What up, you guys? I'm gonna make this video because there's a lot of negativity on Battlefield, and it's not that it's not justified. It's just I feel a lot of immaturities circulating around with this game, and I want to stay out of that. I've always been someone who just does something because I genuinely like it, and I genuinely like this game. So I want other people to play it. I want them to see why I enjoy it so much. So this is why I'm making the video. Make sure you guys do hit that like button if you did enjoy it. Um, I'm gonna just dive into things. That's my style as a YouTuber. So there's 5 things that make this game absolutely incredible. There's more, but these are the top 5 for me. So first things first is what can actually physically be done in the game is different than anything that you've ever seen before. So another reason why I want to make this video is I can demonstrate what can actually physically be done in the game. And it's really interesting to see um, that no one really plays like this, okay? And what I mean specifically is, sniping people from helicopters, from aircrafts in general. Just to actually do these things, you guys got to understand is a miracle. It really is. I mean, think about it. Their code is so good that I'm actually able to jump into a helicopter, or their code is so good that I'm able to take a snipe from 700 meters and it lines up perfectly because that's where I hit it, and then it actually registers. And people take these things for granted. And yes, I understand it's a AAA company and we should expect these things, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't credit a company when credit's due, right? So that's the first thing. That's what makes this game absolutely fun for me. Um, the second thing that I really want to get into is the actual movement of the game, which is kind of hand in hand with the physicality, the physics of the game. People don't really understand what can physically be done with this game yet, so I like to demonstrate a lot of these things. It's really fun and it's natural for me. I love the game, like I was mentioning. So there's so many different things that you can actually do with your character, with certain perks, with certain things in the game that make this game actually completely different than what you're used to. Um, so the third thing I want to get into is actually really interesting for me. I didn't think I would be mentioning this, but it's really big and subconsciously it's taken a huge effect on me. I've been, like I said, 200 hours in this game. So, dude, one of my favorite things is the fact that on the enemies and then on your squad, there's a green. It's a green little thing that goes on there, like a little patch. It's a little LED light. It's a green for your squad, and then it's red for the enemy, and they always have it on their body. And I'm like, dude, this is so cool looking. Like sometimes in the smoke you can see the red. Sometimes in certain places you can see the green or the red. It just looks so cool. And not only the fact that it looks cool, it's super easy to understand who's the enemy and who's the your friend, who's your squad, right? Super easy, like no questions. Like go play Insurgency, great game, just different dynamics, and it's really hard to tell sometimes, okay? So I love that. So easy. Hit boxes and hit markers are the most satisfying thing ever. So I just wanted to go over that. I think they nailed it. Their hitboxes, the way that like if you get a headshot and the X comes up and then you can change the color, and it's so satisfying. The sound of the headshot is satisfying. The hitbox markers are satisfying. They're unbelievably satisfying. That is a 2 thumbs up in my opinion. So what do we touched on the physics, the movement. Oh, I want to talk about the weather. Um, I think obviously this is a huge part of the game and people already understand this. But for me, I just think it's insane. Just the weather itself. Like I've never seen something so incredible with the weather patterns like that, where, you're in hurricanes, you're in a twister, and then it's just, dude. And then I'll say with hand in hand with that, I would say almost the same thing is just the effects the game brings. And I get it; it's a AAA game. We should expect these things, but dude, they're on a whole nother level. The cinematography, like the cinematic feel of the game. I don't even really need to edit my videos too much on YouTube when I'm doing my montages. I edit them a lot as far as editing clips, but I don't add in a lot of special effects. The game already does it. The ragdoll physics, dude, it's incredible. I love it. So that's pretty much the gist of it. About a 5-minute video. That's what I wanted. Let me see. What else did I have that I wanted to go over? I wrote it down actually. So physics, movement, colors, the headshot, and weather patterns. We went over it. So those are the 5 things that I think make Battlefield 2042 absolutely amazing and incredible. I could go all day on what I genuinely like about the game or love about the game, but it's just an opinion, and I get that. But there's certain things that I don't feel are opinion, and I don't think people can take away the credibility of the developers designing the game the way that they did. And I don't think one person literally on the internet has praised them. And I think people think they don't deserve praise because, oh, they take our money, they take it. It's not black and white, and I think we should know that and have the maturity to understand that things aren't black and white. It's not just like, oh, they don't listen to the community and that's it. No, it's never just black and white. There's a lot more to it. It's a lot more business side of things that the players don't really understand. There's a design aspect of things, which has to do with jobs, which has to do with money, which ends up, taking away the fun out of the game aspect for people. But that's the reality of things. It's a job for people, and those people have quotas to meet, and these people have titles, and they just have certain things they have to do certain times. Doesn't mean they want to, but they have to. It's their job, and they have bosses. Now, there is instances like H1Z1 where there's a big difference between like H1Z1, who genuinely went out of their way to shoot themselves in the foot, and then they have themselves to blame for that, or Fortnite for a good example. But Battlefield, I think some of the things that they've been doing, they could take responsibility for, and then they could kind of own up to certain things and then give it more credibility. But again, I'm not going to be negative about this in this video about any of the things that's happening in Battlefield or the franchise or any of that. It's none of my business at the end of the day. What's my business is the money that I spent into the game, and I'm getting that. I've already got that money back. I have 200 hours in the game, and all I've done is snipe. And I've literally only sniped for 200 hours. Like, imagine that. Imagine saying that to yourself. That's crazy, right? That's how much I love the game. All I do is snipe, and from no scopes to long distance shots to helicopters, air pilot, aircraft kills, car kills, anything you can think of, I've done, and it's so fun. It doesn't stop being fun for me. The challenge of killing pilots out of the sky with a sniper 400 meters away. Are you kidding me? Can it get better than that? Can you use the Sundance and fly around everywhere and do anything you want? You have the freedom to do anything you want. You could use the Sundance. You could bounce off things. You could fly. You can go on the zip line. You don't even need to touch the ground for an entire match. That's called freedom. Okay. What game has given you freedom? Call of Duty with the lanes in your basic maps. Get the fuck out of here. And I don't play Warzone. I'm not into that. That's boring. All that stuff is boring. Okay. This is unique. This is different. Every game is a different experience. And we haven't even gone into the other things that I like about the game, and I'll save that for another video, like how good their maps are, how good the game is just as far as the movement and the feel and the way the guns shoot. Go all day. So anyways, hopefully you guys liked the video. It just hit 8 minutes and a half. I am really adamant about uploading 2042 content on this channel, and I really hope we get some people to enjoy the videos I'm making, because I spend so much time grinding these shots and I genuinely love it. And then I want other people to see what I see, man. Like, some of these shots just motivating to play the game, and it's dope. So hopefully you guys check out more of my content if you end up on this video, and hopefully you play Battlefield 2042, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.